double check with the technology. Seems like, hold on, let me see. It looks like everything's good, but I'm seeing like a blue circle of death here. It's like loading. Oh, there we go. Okay, it seems like everything's good now. Okay, so if you're here and you're watching, if you wouldn't mind just giving me a little thumbs up so that I know you're here, or you can type in replay if you're watching the replay of this video, and I'd be happy to um, engage if you have something or any questions or anything like that that you want to talk about. So today I want to talk about my top 4 technologies that I'm using in class this year. So the first thing is that so as I'm working through all these technologies, first I really just have to say that our school is really doing an excellent job of providing sort of the right information at the proper time. It's not like all at once, and I genuinely appreciate like all the efforts that everyone has, made to put into learning this technology and then helping others to transition to virtual and hybrid learning. It's been a really good experience so far, and couldn't have asked for, more professional and better people for sure. So, and for me, it's definitely, an exciting challenge that I definitely needed for this upcoming school year. So I'm all in, leaning into it. And also, you guys might have seen my post about where I lost my information on Canvas. And so, just as an update, we did eventually recover that. Hallelujah, thank God. And we recovered it the following day. But as you know, mentally, it's a lot, right? When you go through something like that, it's super frustrating. So I know how I handled it, which is sort of what the post covered. But I also want to help other educators with their mindsets as well. And the reason for that is because a lot of us are feeling like super overwhelmed right now, and it's just a lot. We've got a lot going on. And so this Sunday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, if you'd like to join us, I'm hosting a mental reboot for teachers that will sort of help you get back on track for your week that's coming up ahead, and you'll have a little bit more clarity there. So if you want to join that, I put the registration link just below this, so go ahead and click on that. Oh, it's $5, and so I definitely think that it will be great to help you start your week and have a little bit of more focus and clarity. So with that being said, here's the technology component to this. And, as we're adjusting to this new situation, here's the technology that I'm using for now. Okay, so first, from my previous post that we're using Canvas, and I'm becoming fairly proficient in it. I know that there's still a mountain of information to be learned, obviously, but I feel like I've hit my stride a little bit with it. And the one thing I do, though, with Canvas, I need to invest a little bit of time in practicing is with Studio, the Studio feature where you like create videos and stuff, kind of like with Edpuzzle and all, and Screencastify kind of rolled into one. So I'm finding out a little bit more about that and its inner workings. And the reason that I'm kind of debating whether to use Screencastify and Edpuzzle versus Studio is because I think it could save, a lot of time without having to use two technologies. I can just have it all in one place with Studio and Canvas. So that's one of the reasons why I need to invest a little bit of time there. And then the second thing that I particularly like with Canvas is the speed grader. So we learned a little bit about that today, and I was taught how to make or how to provide higher quality feedback for my kids without kind of sacrificing my life, so to speak, and bringing home, wouldn't have to bring home stacks of papers and folders and all this stuff. So I really enjoyed that piece of it. So those are the two main components of Canvas that I'm focusing on right now. And then the second technology that I'm learning and bringing into my teacher toolkit is Kami. So this was one that we also talked about a little bit today. And for our students at our school, they are one-to-one. So it's absolutely amazing for us or anybody who has that access to that technology. It's amazing because what I particularly like about Kami is that, if I want to send home a worksheet, right, with my kids, I don't have to worry about how many copies to make because I can just use Kami and they can have their own copy, right? Also, B, I don't have to worry about retyping the document, so I can send it virtually to my kids so they can edit it in Google Docs and all that stuff. I don't have to do any of that. It's mostly on the student's end, which I really like about Kami, and it's super easy. So what you do is you put your worksheets in PDF format. You make sure that you have them in your Google Drive, and that's pretty much it. Once you have your PDFs in your Google Drive, right, which most of us do, all you do is you make an assignment in Canvas, you upload the document to Canvas, and then the kids use Kami, which is already pre-installed on their Chromebooks, and they edit it. They can edit it because like they have the touch screen on their Chromebooks, so they can actually just edit it with like the pen, or they can actually just type into it, and it's super easy, and then they could submit it to you. So life changing. I don't have to, spend a lot of time making copies, recreating stuff. I just send it on, and there it is. So that's pretty life changing for me, and I don't know that I'll ever want to do paper worksheets ever again. Well, maybe not never, never, but definitely significantly less. So that's exciting. And the next technology is it's really three wrapped into one, and this is one area where I have to do more experimentation with as well. But it's Zoom plus Google Slides plus this thing I just literally learned about a few minutes ago. It's called Awe Whiteboard. So basically, I want to put those three together. So in a Zoom meeting, in a synchronous session, basically what I'd have is I'd have my Google Slides imported in the Awe Whiteboard, okay? And then the purpose of having it in the whiteboard is so that I can kind of edit and manipulate the slides without, doing it to the actual slide presentation, but I'm doing it live in the lesson, right? So I can highlight things and, I can annotate things and show the kids how to do that, and I can just do some other cool things within the presentation itself, and then send that to my students so they have, a more interactive and personalized teaching experience, at least in one sense, at least in the technology sense, and it's not just Zoom, screen share, slide, right? It's a little bit more interactive, so I need to experiment with that a little bit more. But I think in the Awe Whiteboard, there's a way to import your Google Slides, so that's what I gotta kind of check out. But so far, looks very promising, and yeah. And then the last technologies are Flipgrid and Padlet. So for me, it's pretty simple. What I'll do is I'll alternate between the two of these technologies, Flipgrid and Padlet, for my Spanish classes, particularly with my dual enrollment Spanish kids because they're a little bit higher level. So basically what I'll do is once the students have received a ton of comprehensible input, right, and I feel like they're pining for an opportunity for self-expression and creativity and community and a sort of healthy dose of technology for a little bit of a larger project, then I will utilize these two technologies for that. So specifically, if you want a little bit of information on how I'm doing that, just let me know and I'll show you, and we can get on a little call together. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I have for you today, and I hope that you guys have a great day, and don't forget to register for the Mind Reboot. So I'll talk to you later. Bye.